Good afternoon, and welcome to OHSAA Girls Softball. Waycross Community Media is back today at Starry Night Stadium, where the Lady Knights defend home turf against the Lady Cardinals of Colerain. I'm Jake Williams, and along with the teamwork and resources of Waycross, it's a great afternoon for softball. So let's go! Now, visiting Colerain Cardinals, they come in here coached by Coach Schwabel, Emily Schwabel, and she's in her 11th year of the program, 10th year as the head coach. Uh, the home Knights, they come in here uh, coached by their head coach. Yeah, Ebony Schufert is the head coach at Northwest, and she's been there for 2 years. So without further ado, we got the leadoff batter for the Colerain Cardinals stepping in. And that's going to be Olivia Woodson, number one, center fielder. First pitch. Looks like it's going to be low for a ball. Jalen Clark, number 7, to be the pitcher for the Knights out there on the hill, or in the circle in this case. Foul off. Foul ball down the third base line. Looks like we got good weather here this afternoon. No breeze. A little bit different than that weather we had a couple days ago. Here's the one in the pitch. That's called ball high. Clark twirling that ball on her hip, and it pitch. Swung. Dribbler down third base line is picked up, thrown over to first. 4 and out. Got the umpire calling this a foul ball. Ball low. Got Ralph Klosterman as the home plate umpire. This ball's hit high in the air. Center fielder off the center fielder's glove. This runner's gonna keep going. She's around approaching third base. So they got her on there. Runner at third base, nobody out for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Hammered, foul down third base line. Clark gets his ball back, wheels it on her hip, winds in pitch. It's a hit batter on this pitch. Looks like we got number 2 approaching the plate, steps in there as the batter. We got runners at first and third. First base runner's probably going to take off, and there she goes. And she's in the second, uncontested. Two outs. This ball's hit hard. Foul. Out of play on the third base. That ball skips. It's going to be a ball. The ball gets away from the catcher, but the runners don't advance. Yeah, there's not much room between home plate and the backstop here, so anything hitting the backstop is a possibility it could be returned and tagged out at the plate. Here comes Clark winding and dealing the pitch. Swing and a miss. Clark patiently deals his pitch. I don't know if between a hit batter and a ball four, but the bases are now loaded. Clark deals the pitch. Strike one call. There's no place to put her, so you're going to have to deal strikes here. Clark looks it over. Winds and deals the pitch. It's going to be ball. This looks like a place where it's going to be up to Jalen Clark to throw some strikes, keep her defense in the game. That's ball. They've done a good job manicuring this field. I haven't seen this field personally in a couple of years, but this looks great. There's the ball. Make her be a batter, Clark. You got defense behind you. You can't play every position. Ball's hammered into right field, and the right fielder makes a nice clean grab. Runner at third tags up, so we have a score. The Cardinals won. Runners on second and third now. Excuse me. First and second. Foul tick. Foul again. Here we are. 3-ball, 2-strike count. There's the wine and the deal. Runners advance on a safe on all the places. Everybody's safe. I must have gave the wrong count because that was a ball. Now it's 3-2. Clark is dealing his pitch. This ball's hit hard at third, but she slaps it down. Throws over to first, and that's an out. Runner scores. So it's 2 runs now for the Cardinals. He's trying to get something straight there on the third base. Clark deals his pitch. Oh, this pitch is hit in the left field. Straight in. Oh, it drops down in front of the left fielder for base hit, and that's going to score a run. Here's the pitch. low for a ball. That pitch is hit high. Here comes the shortstop and the left fielder that drops in between them for a base hit. So we got runners on first and second now for the Cardinals. Pitch from Clark. That's low. Catcher Addison Freeland, he's digging a lot of balls out of the dirt here, but that ball's hit hard. Shortstop's gloved it. Throw to third, and there's an out there. Force out at third. And that should do it for the top of the first inning, which it does. So after one half inning of play, we got the visiting Cardinals up 3, and the home Knights coming to bat. So here come the Cardinals defense. Catcher. A nice pitch. Pitcher is going to be number 14 here for the Cardinals. Alexa Hartwig. No, that can't. Let's see who's number 14. Let's see. Looks like she's got some speed and spin on that ball. She lets it go. Okay, so here we are. Knights send up their first batter. That's going to be their catcher. Number 4, Addison Freeland steps in. Here's the one to pitch to her. The ball. Yeah, it looks like this pitcher for the Cardinals is going to make these people bad. Whoa, look at that curve on that. Freeland stepping in there. Look at the pitch. That ball's low. Here's the pitch. That's a ball for a walk. Freeland takes first base. Something tells me Freeland is going to be a runner. Here comes the number 2 batter for the night. That's going to be Lily Holbrook. That's ball. Here's the one to pitch. Foul off the screen. Runner on first base. That's called a strike. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike three. That curveball just caught the outside edge. That's a ball. Got number 20 up there at the plate. Alyssa Ornelas. That's called the ball. This runner on first base, though, for the Knights needs to get on that pony and ride. We're staying playing station to station here. Let's go. That's a ball. 3-ball, no strike count right now. Here's the pitch low. Ball 4. Walked on 4 pitches, so we're going to have runners at first and second. The Knights send up Riley Cole. First base person Riley Cole, and got ducks on the pond. That's the ball. I mean, this pitcher, she got some pitches she can throw here. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That's the ball. Snap throw to first. Just got in there in time. No, they called her out. That's kind of the way it looked to me, too. So they're not going to play around. And that's for the reason why if you're going to get thrown out, you might as well get thrown out trying to steal instead of scurrying back to the bag, I'm thinking. Here's the one in the pitch. That's a ball. Another walk. So Riley Cole marches down to first base. And that'll bring that's a ball. Nice curveball though. Kendall Ellison to the plate. He's winding the deal. That's a ball. Runners first and second, staying put. Here's the pitch. Call strike. Inside corner. So it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. You can come up with here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 4, low in the dirt. Base is loaded here. Number 14, Lily Santel, bat for the Knights. Here's the one in the pitch. That's a strike. That was a good pitch to hit. That's going to be a ball. It's going to be a hit batter. Yeah, that's a run scored, so. Must have been calling that hit batter off the bounce. Okay. That ball's hit to the pitcher over to first base, and that'll do it. So at the end of one full inning of play here, we have a score of Colerain Cardinals 3 and the Northwest Knights 1. Knights take the field, knowing they did get one run back. Yeah, Colerain, Natalie McGuire, just the other day, Friday at Middletown, she broke the all-time home run record. And the record she broke was actually the record that was held by head coach Emily Schwabel. She also broke the RBI record. She has 89 career ribbies. But she's going to have to prove it to the Knights today, this afternoon. Okay, so we see the first batter stepping in here. Clark with the pitch. This ball's hit high to shortstop. Shortstop rolls back on it, but it bounces off her thumb of her glove for an error and a runner on first base. Here we see Olivia Woodson as the batter. Runner first base for Woodson. Clark deals. Pitch fouled off. Well, you could tell, though, that this runner, Olivia Woodson, has no intention of staying at first base. There she goes. Throw down to second. Is not in time. Stolen base. Here's Clark with the pitch. Call strike. So we got 1-2 strike count. This is where Clark needs to keep making her be a batter. Throw another strike on this pitch. A little bit high. 2-2. And the pitch. That ball's high. The runner bluffs the run, but she stays put. On Jalen Clark, you got to keep throwing strikes. That's a ball. Runner takes their base. Runners at first and second. Call, strike one. Something tells me that Colerain is probably going to start running bases again here. Ball hit hard to third base. Steps on third, throw to first. Not in time. Runner from second over to third. Safe there. Yeah, we see where You know, Colerain is starting to run these base paths like they mean business. You don't see that play made too often by offense. Here's Clark with the pitch. That's the ball. Runner takes off for second, so we got runners at second and third. This is the kind of game where you got to keep your defense in the game by throwing strikes. That's the call of the ball. Kenzie Wilson up there. Ducks on the pond for her. Ball low. Runners bluffing like they want to go somewhere. 3 balls, no strikes. That's the ball. Ball 4, bases loaded. Run scores, and to be honest, I was looking down at the table. When you get runs like that, that's almost like basketball scoring with the clock stopped. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Runners at first and second. That's a base hit in the left field. Runner trying to motor around the base, but she stops at third, so we got the bases loaded again. Kira Schulze, shortstop at the plate. Here's the pitch to her. High fly ball. Shallow center field. It's a home run. What am I talking about, shallow center field? That's the over the fence grand slam home run for the Colerain Cardinals. Touch them all time. That was Trinity Woods, I believe, according to.
Oh, that's right. Yes, she is. Yeah, the throw out there.
That was a grand slam. No, 4. Yeah, it was a grand slam.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Ball to the backstop.
All right.
Clark is, Clark is really making Addison Freeman earn her money. Moving around all over the plate, adjusting to these different pitches. Here's the pitch here. That's the low strike, swinging strike, but that's a pitcher's pitch right there. Here's Clark with the deal. This pitch is hammered. Right over the middle. Center fielder picks it up. It's going to bring number 6 to the plate now for the Cardinals. That'll be Riley Selmeyer. Clark with the wind in the pitch. That's going to be a ball low.
Go, Trinity.
Don't trip. That's the ball. This is where the Cardinals are looking to really open this game up here. Stroke down the third base foul line. Clark with the wind in the delivery. Low. Well, Clark again, you got to throw strikes to keep your defense in the game. That pitch is ball 4. Uh, I have a score of
Well, I saw the boys
8
were on there.
to 1.
Saw Austin play last year, so I'm still friends with all me on Facebook, and I still see the Cardinals baseball stuff on Facebook. I saw that.
There's a pitch.
That's how I knew Matt
Foul
was on there
off.
because I just scrolled down to softball to see what was.
You know, because from what I see, if Clark gets these people at ground balls in the infield, her defense is picking up these grounders and throwing over for the out. That's a swing and a miss. Nothing but air.
Well, Lex.
Like we're calling it 2-2 count here. Lexa. Let's call the ball. Pitch hammered. Foul down third base. Lexa Hartway looking to knock the cover off this pitch. Low in the dirt. Three ball, 2 strike count. And that's a swing and a miss. I guess that was tipped in. Fouled off. Runners at first and second. Clark should be doing herself a solid if she can get this batter out. There's ducks on the pond here. There's Wine. Hit hard, up the middle, in the outfield for base hit. Rounding third, here comes 1 run to score. Time called. Coach Ebony Schufert is going out to the mound to visit with her team. I don't know if she has anybody else, whoever they have that can pitch. But they're going to stay with Jalen Clark. Clark deals. Call the ball. And hopefully something Coach Schufert said in that chat. Catch hold, make this team play. Pitch. That's called the ball. Runner seems content to stay at first base for now. Oh, what's wrong with me? She's got runner at second base ahead of her. So there's runners at first and second. Here's the one in the pitch. This ball hit hard off the glove of the third baseman. Throw to first base and they're safe all around. No, she's calling out at first. So that runner is out. So again, these infielders for the Knights, they seem to be adept at picking up this ball and throwing over. They'll just keep these guys swinging the bat. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit at the shortstop. Off the glove of the shortstop. Left fielder comes in. 2-run score. Runner into second base. Runner over to third base. Okay, here's the Cardinals. Looking to get this run in. Ball low. This ball struck foul. Clark deals the pitch. Call the ball high. 2-1. Ball fouled down third base, in front of the dugout. So right now we've got a score of 11-1. Here's the pitch. Stroke foul again behind the third base dugout. Same place the ball went earlier this afternoon. Here's a 1-F pitch. Ball. Twirls his ball. Here's the 1. This ball's hit hard. Third baseline foul. Here we go with the pitch. Low. Ball 4. Yep. Runners at the corners. We got number 2 standing in. That's the ball. First, the runner first bluffed, didn't go. This is where you got to throw a strike here, Clark. Jalen. Runner takes off and do no throw to second. He needs to keep this ball in the infield if it's hit. You know, I trust these infielders. Foul tip. Looks like it's going to be off the catcher. Looks like Addison Freeland kind of got roughed up on that foul tip a little bit. Umpire Klosterman graciously giving some time. That's a swing and a miss strike. Yeah, so this looks like a ball, so we got runners full count. Payoff pitch, runners at second and third. Ball hit high, deep in the center field, and that's a home run. So there's a 3-run homer there. So that brings the score to 14-1 with that 3-run homer. You know, Coach Schwabel evidently has schooled her girls in how to stand on throw. There's going to be a time call. The Knights are gathered around the hill, the circle. This is getting into mercy rule neighborhood, I'm thinking. Here's the first pitch. High for a ball. This pitch is foul. Hit the third base. Throw over to first. And that's an out. And that'll be it for this top of this inning. So we have a score now of Colerain Cardinals 14 and the Northwest Knights 1. And they'll try to put it in this lopsided score here. Home plate umpire Ralph Klosterman getting himself watered down. Great fan giving him a big Tall gulp of water there. He can handle this game pretty well.
I'm there. I was like, so he looks like a drive there. Like,
Understood the need for a little dusting the plate off at one point. Uh, when Addison Freeland, the night catcher, took one hard off the shin guard, I guess. So here come the Knights looking to put a dent in this. This is Jalen Clark, number 7, the pitcher. Alexa out there on the mound, high, ball 1. Ball 2. You know, sometimes this is just enough lead to get careless and lose a little focus. You still need to throw strikes, make these people be batter. Swing and a miss. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. This ball fouled off the screen. 2-2. Oh, Clark, I'm sure she wants to get her cause underway. This ball's hit. Shortstop can't come up with it. This runner's going to be safe at first base. That's right. You gotta be a batter to have a chance. See where Northwest is gonna send number 8 to the plate. This is Samaya Riley. Okay, we got a replacement runner at first base. I didn't catch a number yet, but there's the pitch. Ball. Oh, okay, so that's ball 2. That's Martina Marvin at first base, number 9. And the pitch to the batter. 3 ball, no strike count we have here. Take your base. So we got runners at first and second now for the Knights. Got Addison Freeland, the leadoff hitter, stepping in. Pitch in the dirt. No, it's a hit batter. So there's going to be runners at first and second. So we got number 20, Alyssa Ornelas. Bases loaded here. Ornelas with the bat. Call strike 1. Here's the one in the deal. This ball's hit. Short left field. Left fielder in. Ball's in front of her. We got runners safe everywhere. 1 run scores. Base is still loaded for the Knights. Wait. Here's strike two. Here's the one in the pitch. Foul. Up on the hill. See what they can come up with on this play. That's the ball. Snaps over to first. Safe. You know, this catcher don't mind that snap throw.
Well, Lex, you got this.
Here's the one in the pitch. Called a strike three. That brings number 18 to the plate. Riley Cole. Here's the pitch to Riley. Ball one. Bases loaded. Knights need more than that one run. Ball. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit hard in the right center field, but off the center fielder's glove. One run is in. Run around third. She'll make it to plate. 2 runs in, and that's runners on second and third. Okay, so here's the Knights looking to extend this inning. Pitch in the dirt.
Well, Lex, you got this.
Strike. There's that curveball. That's a nice curveball. The Knights, they're going to have to take off and run. That's a ball. Here's the one in the pitch. That's a hit batter. Bases loaded. Okay, so number 14, Lily Santel, is going to be the batter. She runs down to third base coach, head coach, Ebony Shufford, to find what the instructions are going to be. Here's the wine. That's a ball one. Well, this is where the Knights could make a big dent in this, in their prospects for winning this game. But right now, they need to get a hit.
No. I put this on to see how many
There's one in the deal. Swing. Right. She may have just nipped it for a little, but it's a swing and a miss basically for a strike.
I just went and got that home run ball.
Here's the one. There's a hard hit ball. Underneath the third baseman's glove, we got one run in. Runner stops at third, so the bases are going to be loaded.
Try to be nice.
That's the ball low. She likes that curveball. She'd have got that curveball up a little bit. There's a wind in this pitch. Called the strike.
Go, Lex, you got there?
Here's the pitch. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Wind in the pitch. That's the ball. Snapped over to first. Safe. That time called. Looks like the runner, in their urgency to dive back to the base, got a little bit of hurty on her wrist there. It looks like her right hand, right wrist area. The rest of the Cardinal infielders come out and visit at the hill. She must have jammed it a little bit, driving back into that bag. Getting a good hand from the crowd. Displaying that toughness. So looks like number 1, Jocelyn Gutierrez will be stepping in here. Pitch to her. Foul off the screen. Gutierrez in the crouch looking for a nice pitch. Ball inside. That's ball 4 inside. So that's going to walk in a run. Bases loaded. Looks like Coach Schwabel gonna take a visit, change pitchers. Riley Selmeyer will be the new pitcher for Colerain, number 6. Well, when they get started, she'll be facing a bases loaded situation. Well, I don't know how many games they've played on this field this year, but it really looks to be in the best shape I've ever seen it in. And over there at Winton Woods, that was in good shape the other day too. It's so windy. Okay, Coach Schwabel went back to the dugout. Umpire Ralph Klosterman got everything ready to go again. The wind in the pitch. It's going to be a ball. One ball, no strike count, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1 count. This is where Clark, Jalen Clark, you can do yourself a solid. Get some wood on this ball. Foul over the backstop. I could just about reach it. One ball, 2-strike count. Bases loaded. Again, this is where the Knights can put a dent in this difference in this score. Here's a pitch. That's a strike. And that's going to be a strike three. And that's going to send number 8 to the plate for the Knights. That's Samaya Riley. Here's the pitch to Riley. Riley's got a good eye. Base is still loaded. Can't leave these guys stranded. There's the pitch. Called strike. You know, if you got bad intentions, you don't look at that pitch. Here comes the wine. This is a ball. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Pitch. Ball hit hard. Shortstop. 1 run is in. And is out at second base. But that 1 run will score, will count. We have to see. But not knowing for sure what the story is in that run, we have a score here of 14 for Colerain. And if that run counts, it's 6 for Northwest. So we're calling it 14-6. Yep. Okay, so here comes the visiting Cardinals. You know, I'm sure they gave up more runs than they had plans to. Throw down to second base. Coming down. Cardinals will send number 4 to the plate, Aubrey Meyer. Excuse me. Kira Schulze. And the pitch. Call strike on Schulze. Jalen Clark twirling that ball on the hill, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Clark seems a little bit more composed now that they've gotten her some runs. Here's the pitch. Foul off the screen. This pitch is a ball. 2-2 count. This is where the Knights need to put these guys down and get back out here on offense. It's a little high. Here's the pitch. That ball in small grounder, short grounder, but he threw to first base and out at first base. You know, again, Knight defense is doing a vacuum on anything hit on the ground in this infield. Ball hit over the screen, up on the hill by the fans. One strike count. Here's the one in the pitch. It's going to be a ball low. Ball low. Uh, I'm thinking there's one. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Clark, you just got to make up your mind. You're going to throw with that same determination every pitch. That's a hit hard. Shortstop can't get it together. This runner's going to make base on an error. So the Cards have a runner at first base. Pitch to the batter. Swing. Third baseman picks it up, throws a second. Out at second. There's no need. They had a force at second. But out was made. There's 2 outs. There's number 14 coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. Low ball. Runner's going to make it to second base on the pass ball. Excuse me, on the wild pitch. Well, this is where Clark needs to bear down. Close these gates. That's the ball back to the screen. Throw to third. Not in time at third, so now Colerain has a runner at third base. Catcher Addison Freeland shaking off some of the effects of this dust. Foul. Foul ball. Runner third base here. Clark deals. Ball hit in the right field over everybody's head. Right fielder picks it up, a run scores. Okay, here's the pitch in. That's the ball. Runner makes it to second base. That pitch is hit to left field. Left fielder comes in. The runner scores. We got to score 16-7. That's all right. So here's the Cardinals looking to get this back in the mercy rule territory again. That's a ball. Runner bluffs a steal. Here's the pitch. This ball drilled down left field line, foul. Here's the pitch. Low, runner first bluffs. You know, at this rate, the runner first might as well just go ahead and go. Let's see what happens here. Jalen Clark winds and deals. Snap throw to first, not in time. First baseman holding the tag. The runner not going for it. There's the pitch. This ball hit hard at shortstop. Into left field. Everybody's going to score. Well, one run is going to be in. Runner headed for third. No throw. Safe at third. You know, this is where now, you know, these players, they practice every day. They want to do good. They get discouraged sometimes. But this one you got to just dig in. That runners should be out. The ball hit her. Okay, since it was a foul ball, the runner is not out. But that foul ball sure did hit her. Here's this pitch. That's the ball. Clark pitches. High ball, fly ball, left fielder, under, makes the grab. That's 3 outs. So as they change fields, we have a score now of the visiting Colerain Cardinals, 17, and the home Northwest Knights, 6. So 17-6. We're in the bottom of the, what would that be? We're calling it 17-6. Yeah, I was just telling Ralph Klosterman, the home plate umpire, with the score, he asked me, you know, before we go any further, we got to impress him on the idea of anyone can volunteer Waycross Community Media, volunteer some time, help the youth in our community. You want to come down and just announce the game, run in the truck, board, graphics, you know, we could use your help. Call 825, area code 513, 825 6469. That's 825 2429. But by all means, inquire about volunteering at Waycross. This ball's fouled. No, it could be picked up in fair territory, and it is. Throw to first, safe, under the first baseman's glove. You know, catcher Addison Freeland, she had the right idea. You know, it's one of those plays that you can't really even practice those kind of plays like that. Okay, here's the pitch. That's the ball. So the Knights have a runner on first base. Here's the pitch in. Oh, high foul ball. Third baseman got it in her glove for an out. See, I used to recall coming here. Whoops. That's a strike. Call strike. Number 20 is the batter now for the Knights. That's Alyssa Ornelas. Alyssa standing in with the bat. Ball low. Runner on first base. See what they come up with. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Again, this is where the Knights need to come up with something here. Here's the wind in the pitch. Call strike. Somebody's got to be on the move. Ornelas got to swing this bat. His batsman. So runners at first and second. So the Knights will send number 18, Riley Cole, to the plate. Ducks on the pond for her. Runners at first and second. Here's the wind and the deal. Strike one. Can't look at that pitch. Here's Cole. Here's the wind. It's going to be a ball low. This Northwest runner on first base getting kind of cute. That lead. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Here's the pitch. Ball hammered and straight to left field. It was going to be under left fielder's glove. Going to roll back to the wall. One run in for the Knights. One around third. 2 runs in for the Knights. Then the batter rolls into second base. Okay, so the Knights saying, hey, we got fight in us. Okay, here's the wind in this pitch. Ball high. We got a runner out there on second base. Here's this pitch. Hit batter. Runners at first and second. That's going to send number 14, Lily Santel, to the plate. Lily looks down at third base coach, Ebony Schufert, for instructions. She walks down to the third base coach. Okay, the Colerain Cardinals have put their pitcher back in the game. Okay, so another pitcher for the Cardinals. I mean, this should tell the Knights they got a chance. Let's see what you gotta have bad intentions in this situation. Not stand there looking at pitches. Call the ball. Yeah, that was called a ball. Little soft grounder picked up by the third baseman. Throw to first. It skips the first baseman's glove. We got 1 run in. And the runner's on second and third. Pretty soon I'll be able to see this screen from the glare.
Yeah, you got it, Lush.
Ball, foul ball. Had to spin on it as soon as it hit it, rolled foul. Here's the pitch. This pitch is hit hard at shortstop. Shortstop picks it up, throws it first for an out, but a run scores. So we got a score right now of Colerain 17 and Northwest 11. So we got a 17-11 score right now. Follow up on the screen. Here's Jalen Clark looking to bat this ball. Foul down third baseline. Clark measures with the bat. She gets her pitch. Ball's hit over to third base. Third base person makes a nice play grabbing that ball for an out. Final out of the inning. Which brings us to the top of the fifth. Now we have a score of Colerain 17 and the Northwest Knights 11. Northwest defense taking the field. They're chipping away. So they got to keep these runners off the plate. They can hold them here and come up with a big inning. We'll have to see what happens. You know, Colerain has a 3-10 record, so they're beatable. Well, Colerain looks like they got their business face on, though. They want to get these runs. And in their mind, they probably giving away too many runs from where they had it in the beginning. So here we are. Jalen Clark throws the first pitch. That's going to be a ball, a little outside. Clark twirling that ball on her hip. Here's the wind in the pitch. That ball is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Clark with the pitch. High pop. Second baseman over there. Nice grab by the second baseman on that play. You know, that was second baseman. Looks like Alyssa Ornelas made that catch. Here's a pitch. Call, strike one. Clark deals the pitch. That's a ball. I'm sure Clark has to be encouraged by that defensive play that was just made behind her. He just throws strikes now. Here's the deal. This ball's hit hard at the third baseman, and she snags it out the air. It's 2 outs. You know, I said earlier, the defense plays respectable behind her. Here's the pitch. This pitch is hard over the left fielder's head and at the base of the fence, picked up by the left fielder, and the runner strolls into second base with a double. Jalen Clark twirling that ball, looking to get this up. Ball foul behind the first base dugout. We got a fan making a nice grab. It looks like a Northwest player making a nice grab. Okay, here's Clark with the deal. Ball low. Runner takes off. Runner at third base now. This ball hard and high to left field deep. And it's grabbed by the left fielder. And that's the third out of the inning there. So as we go to the bottom half of this inning, we have a score to visiting Colerain Cardinals 17 and the home Northwest Knights 11. Couple of nice plays in that inning on defense by the Northwest Knights. You see the Colerain defense taking the field. They may be a little bit concerned now. You know, I'm sure this 6-run lead isn't what they had in mind. It's a lead, but there's the coming down. Nice throw to second on the coming down. See Coach Shuford walking over to the third base coaching box. More pep in her step. So you saw Northwest Knights seem to be drawing some encouragement from improved play. So we have Samaya Riley stepping in for the Knights. And the pitch to her is low for a ball. Lexa Hartwood deals the pitch, and this ball is hit over backstop up on the hill. And why Miss Annie up there makes a fine play. Here's the one. That's a ball. 2-ball, 1-strike count. That's a strike. That's a pitcher strike right there. Riley steps in, looking hard. She swats this ball in front of the second baseman and grabs it for the out over the first. That's going to send number 4, Addison Freeland, to the plate for the Knights. Here's the wind in the pitch to Freeland. That's going to be low for a ball. And no low for another ball. Here's Lexa with the pitch. Ball hit hard, third base. She picks it up. Throw over to first. In time for the out. No. So that'll be 2 outs now. Northwest will send number 6, Lily Holbrook, to the plate. And she takes strike 1. Wind in the pitch. Foul tip off the screen. Here we go. Wind in the pitch. That's a ball. Call strike 3. And that's an out. And that'll do it for that half of the inning. So, go to the top of the 5th. You have a score of the Cardinals of Colerain, 17. And the Northwest Knights, 11. You see the Knights coming out again, a little bit more pep in their step as they take the field. Okay, here we are. Top of the 5th is Colerain. Looks to build again on his lead. Hit batter. Riley Selmeyer, hit batter, takes first base. Ball hit to third. They're going to have to call that a fair ball, and it is. And tough play. You know, that was third baseman tried to field it before the bag, but either way, that was just going to be one of those close fair balls. It would probably hit the bag anyway. Okay, so now here's the Cardinals runners at first and second. And this is where Clark should just let her defense play behind her. They look off. They got throw to first base. Okay, so the Northwest Knights allowed the runners to get back. And so here's the pitch. Ball is low. Got runners at first and second. Clark, you got to help yourself out by throwing a strike here. Hit batter. Bases loaded here. So that's gonna. So we see the catcher, Addison Freeland, out to the plate, talking to Jalen Clark. You know, I'm sure Freeland is kind of frustrated now. Things that happened involving that possibility of throwing that runner out at first didn't please her. So here she is. She waits a pitch from Clark. Pitch is hit high. First base person lining it up. Second base person grabbing it. And the runners stay put. So still runners on first and second, and that ball's caught for an out. Base is loaded. Here's the pitch. Grounded straight to the pitcher. She picks it up, throws to first, out at first. 1 run scores. So we got a score of 18-11 here. And the pitch. Runners at second and third. The pitch is low in the dirt. Of course, you can see that, Jalen Clark is getting a little bit exhausted. Ball hit high in the air. Foul ball. So we got that foul ball picked up, and here's Clark with the wine. Another high foul. Nice play by the catcher, Addison Freeland, on that grab. And, she comes out here, and that'll do it for the Cardinals here in this inning. So we have a score now of the Cardinals 18 and the Knights 11. So here we are at the bottom of the fifth. Again, we want to give props to our crew volunteers. And they volunteer their time, help the community out, give these kids some encouragement in their life. And if you want to be a volunteer Waycross Community Media, you can. Just call 513 825 2429. That's 513 825 2429. You see, the Colerain Cardinals, they're having a little session out here talking. They're waiting for the home Northwest Knights to come and bat. Some good defensive plays I've seen in this game, though. Coming down. Nice coming down throw to second. Okay, so here's a fast first batter standing in the pitch. That's called a ball.
Who's hitting that goal?
So Alexa Hardwick twirls and deals. This ball's hit right back at her through her glove for a base hit in the center field. First batter on board.
They've always been, as long as they take their breaks and lunches after 9 and before 4, they've been allowed to take them however they want.
That's going to send number 18, Riley Cole, to the plate. And here's the pitch.
Today,
Cole, foul ball down the third base line.
they have to have time in between. They can't be gone for 90 straight. Like I said, we allowed them to do this for 3 years.
Pitch, foul ball behind the first base dugout. Here's the pitch. Ball hit it short. Picked up by the shortstop. Throw to first. And that's going to be an out.
So
Runner advances to second.
switch their time on their phone. So they can't, like,
It's going to be one out, and that's going to send
a lot of my people started doing it because they would forget
Kendall
about
Ellison. Ellison hammers it to short. Shortstop backhanded throws. So the runner's going to make it into first base safely.
sometimes if you, like keeping track of if they took 15 minutes.
Okay, so that wasn't out.
So a lot of them just do it all at once.
So we got a runner on third base.
They eat, they change for lunch, they do their lunch, and then they, don't have to worry about it for the day.
There's a ball one. It's the runner on first base.
They do what we think my
Swing and a miss. Snapped on the third. Over the third baseman's glove. Runner scores. So that's a score of 18-12. That's a ball. Lily Santel with the bat. Nobody on base. Foul ball for the third base dugout. The high infield pop, second baseman's there, makes the grab. And that's going to do it for the bottom of that inning. So I guess now we're moving to the top of the sixth inning. Well, we have a score right now of Colerain Cardinals 18 and the Northwest Knights 12. You know, Coach Schwabel has her players over there on the sideline about to give everybody the fist pump to break the huddle. Here comes the Northwest Knights. You know, encouragement is still being given to Jalen Clark. We'll see what happens here. Ready to get this pitcher warmed up for an inning. Coming down throw probably happens. There's coming down, and we'll send the first batter to the plate here. Aubrey Meyer in at the plate. First pitch of hers, grounded foul in front of the dugout. Jalen Clark winds and deals. This pitch is hammered down the right field line. Right fielder backs up on it and makes the catch for an out. You know, these guys are playing respectable defense behind Clark. Clark with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kira Schultze, the shortstop for the Cardinals. Foul ball off the screen. Full ball, 2 strikes. Addison Freeman gets adjusted. Now she's ready to take the pitch. Here's the throw. Ball hit hard underneath the glove of the third baseman. It's going to be a play at second base. Not in time. Ball rolls away, but you know she stays at second base. Clark deals the ball. Clark twirling that ball on her hips. Waits the throw. Foul ball in the air. The catcher, Clark, makes the grab on it herself. So now here's the Cardinals looking. There's a pitch. Foul tip off the catcher's mask. See the umpire here, Klosterman, Ralph Klosterman. He's going out here to the mound and taking up some issue of importance with Clark. Okay, so the umpire telling her that the effective she can't take her foot off the rubber till after she throws the ball. We just hope the conversation didn't get Clark too mixed up. Wing and a miss. Right one. Runner advances to third base. Colerain looking to get this run in. Pitch hit foul down third base line. Oh my goodness, the third baseman twisted her knee. Looking at that, and we're going to have trainers coming out and take a look at her. She just kind of looks like almost like she was wearing ice skates and caught a toe. When that one toe hit the ground, it just snagged a little bit for her. See the Colerain defenders going back to their positions. You know, Coach Ebony Shuford, and she's got these team playing okay. I mean, I don't know what their overall record is, but in talking to her before the game, you know, she told me that she's used to be at Winton Woods, early days when at Winton Woods, back in 2007 maybe. So she's getting a nice hand from the audience here, the crowd, and they're going to assist her over to the dugout. She can't put much weight on that left ankle. But she's been doing a good job on defense today. And I don't think she's in a real deep pain. I think she's kind of chuckling a little bit. And they have to figure out who to replace her at third base. Here we see someone bringing a bag of ice. And I see a replacement being sent out there. The number 15 is coming, but not to play third. Uh, that's Serenity Thomas, and Serenity Thomas is going to go out in left field, which he's already done. And we're just going to see who they put in there at third. So it looks like Alyssa Ornalis will be the third baseman now, which she comes over from second base to play third. Okay, so we'll have to see how the delay in the action affects things. No ball, two strike count in the pitch. That's ball one. 1-2. Clark twirling this ball on her hip. And the throw. Strike three called. You can't look at that pitch when you got two strikes on you. And that's going to do it for the top of this inning. So it looks like we're going to have a score now of the Colerain Cardinals 18 and the Northwest Knights 12. Oh, this is where the Knights are looking to make things happen. You see the Cardinals taking the field. Coming down throw. Okay, so Cardinals are ready to go again, and it's like the Northwest Knights aren't quite ready to roll it yet. Of course, Coach Ebony Shuford walks over to the third base coaching box. And this is number one, Jocelyn Gutierrez at the plate. It's a ball. Gutierrez looks down, steps in, crouches looking for the pitch. That's a hit batter. Gutierrez down to first base. And that'll send the pitcher, Jalen Clark, to the plate. Looking to help her cause out here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitcher's pitch there all the way. Clark measures the plate with that bat. Fouled off the screen. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Clark just can't get the wood. She keeps measuring that plate. But she's going to bust her inside. Yeah, see. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, see. Hartwig, she just kept busting her inside. She's standing there measuring outside corner of the plate, so Hartwig obliged her by pitching inside. Ball one. Runner at first base. Again, this is where that ball's a swing and a miss. This runner on first base might as well go. And the pitch. Strike two. You know, she's owning the inside corner. Strike three. Swing and a miss. So that'll do it for Serenity Thomas. Still got a runner on first. This pitch is low. Addison Freeland, the batter. She made a spectacular defensive play on that ball she caught. Foul ball. Here's the deal. Fair ball in between the first and second baseman. No one could pick it up, so there's going to be runners at first and second here. Lily Holbrook at the plate. Here's the deal. Hit batter. Base is going to be loaded. Looks like number 20, Alyssa Ornelas, is going to be the batter. Get people up on the hill. Strike one, swing and a miss. People up on the hill yelling encouragement at Alyssa. Runners at first and third. She needs to put this ball in play. Right. This game has settled down into a pitcher's duel of sorts. That's the ball. Oh, that ball hit her. Okay, so scored a run. Bases loaded. This is going to have Riley Cole at the plate. Cole slaps it to the third. Third baseman runs over and touches the bag for an out, and that's going to do it. We'll move to the top of the sixth inning here. So we got a score right now in this ball game of Colerain Cardinals 18 and the Northwest Knights 13. So we'll see what comes with this game. Is kind of evolved into a real struggle now, whereas earlier on they were scoring at will. We see the Northwest Knights take the field. They're going to send a new pitcher out there. No, they're not either. It's going to be Jalen Clark. Here come the Knights. Here's Addison Freeman ready to assume her catcher position. Oh, we're at the top of the seventh inning. As we see Jalen Hunter goes that coming down pitch. Okay, so here's the wind in the pitch. It's going to be a ball one. Colerain talking the batter up from the dugout. Here's the pitch. Ball, fly ball in the infield. Call it, and that's going to be grabbed for an out by the pitcher, Jalen Clark. So there's one out. Cardinals sending up another batter here. And the pitch, that's high for a ball. Had a lot of spectators earlier. Looked like the baseball team possibly. I know when I first got here, it looked like the football team was doing some drills and workouts. Clark winds and deals. That's low for a ball. 3 balls, no strike count. Here's the pitch. Ball's hammered to shortstop. In and out of her glove. Throw to first, not in time.
Nice hit, Karen.
Olivia Woodson at the plate. Runner on first base. Here's the pitch to Woodson. That's going to be a ball. Winding the pitch. Grounded to shortstop. Shortstop in on it. Throws the second. Out at second base. And the runner is safe at first on the fielder's choice.
Hey, good slide. You were safe.
Runner goes. Runner's safe at second. Yeah, they lulled them all to sleep because they had been running on everything in sight, and then they stopped. I guess they know they need some extra runs this inning. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Excuse me, call the strike. You know, Jalen Clark looks like she's getting some extra energy from somewhere. It's a ball. This runner's bluffing off a second. No snap throw. Two ball, one strike count. Clark twirling that ball on her hip, and here's the deal. Swing and a miss. Ball rolls onto the backstop, but that's going to be two strike count. Got that runner at third base you got to be careful for now. Ball hit hard. Up the middle, that's going to score a run. And the runner's going to move to second on the letting the ball get away. Jalen Hunt. Ball one. Hit hard to right center field. Center fielder can't get it. One run in. She's going to do the little league home run off it, and she scores. But that's what you do when you want to come in and win a ball game. You add on, especially in the top of the last inning. Clark pitches. High for a ball. This ball's hit in the left field. Off the left fielder's glove. Runner's in the second base. Okay, so now Cardinals have picked up another run. So right now we got a score of 21-13. Throw down to third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch in. Pop up. Shortstop. Center fielder. Hits the ground. 1 run in. You know, that ball's like it had eyes on it. Just
Okay, Christina.
pitch hit to second. Second baseman can't come up with it. Throw in the home, not in time. Another run scores. You know, they were playing good defense behind her. But that was a lapse. Time called. Northwest going out to have a visit on the mound. You know, Coach Ebony Shuford out there. This is her second year as the head coach of these Northwest Knights. You know, I was talking to her a little bit before the game, and you could tell the girls respect her. You could tell the girls want to play hard for her. So we're getting Addison Freeland, the catcher, getting ready to assume her position behind the plate. I don't know what that conference was about. Here's Clark. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Trinity Woods, the batter for the Cardinals. This ball's hit hard to second. Second base person gloves it, throws over to first in time for the out. And that'll do it for this inning, the top of the seventh inning, where we have a score of Colerain Cardinals 23 and the Northwest Knights 13. There's a coming down throw. Colerain's got visitors here and they're encouraging. Here's the pitch. Drive call. That's called the ball. Here's the pitch. High.
Relax.
Swing and a miss. That's a strike. Kendall Anderson. Kendall Ellison, excuse me. She needs to get on. Looks like if she could get on, she'd be a threat to run. Here's the wind and the pitch. Call strike three. You don't look at that pitch when you got two strikes on you. Oh, here we are. Number 14 will be standing in there for the Knights. That'll be Lily Cantel. Ball hit down the line, foul. Willie Santel looking down there for a sign from coach. And here's the pitch. Swing through the 5-hole at third baseman. Can't allow that ball to go between your legs like that playing third base. So that's going to have a runner at first base now for the Knights. Here's the pitch. Grounder. Second baseman gets it over to first for the out. And we got a runner advance in the second. So the Knights will have a runner on second base here as they send Jalen Clark, number 7, to the plate. Looks like she's tasked with keeping this game alive for the Knights. Lexa wheels and deals. That's a ball. Pitch to her. That's the ball. So we see Northwest Knights, I believe they're in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Colerain is the GMC Conference. So we got an interconference battle today. Pitch. Foul off the umpire's mask. Yeah, they're in the same school districts, Northwest and Colerain, but different athletic conferences. There's a foul ball. Clark looks down at third base. That's a foul. Here's the pitch. That's the ball. Runner advances at third base. So that brings us to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a walk, ball 4. Clark will take her base at first base. That'll send number 15 to the plate, Serenity Thomas. Coach Schufert is going to exchange runners at first base. Wine and pitch to Thomas. That's a ball. Runners at first and third. See what Coach Schufer does. I mean, 2 outs. I'd send somebody. That's going to be a ball. Oh, they're calling hit bats person, hit batter, so the bases are loaded now.
Relax, you got her. Just go get this batter. It's all right.
Here's the pitch. Call the strike. This pitch is low. Ball hit foul. Here's the wind in the pitch. Ball's hit. Second baseman can't grab it. It's going to be an error. Safe everywhere. Run scores. So, runners, bases still loaded. And the pitch to the batter. Swing and a miss. So, number 6, Lily Holbrook. It's up to her to keep this game alive for the Knights. That's a ball low. Wind in the pitch. That's a ball. That's a ball. Oh, no, another hit batter. So that's going to bring another run in because of this hit batter. Base is still loaded. We have a score now of the Cardinals 23 and the Knights 15. It's like catch is made for the final out. Looks like that's going to do it. Where the players assemble to respect the game, we have a final score tonight of the visiting Colerain Cardinals 23 and your Northwest Knights 15. Thank you for allowing Waycross Community Media into your homes and humble abodes this evening. I'm Jake Williams. Thanks for allowing me into your homes and humble abodes, like I said. Thanks also for the guys in the truck, Waycross Volunteers, which you can be one too. All you got to do is call 513 864 825 62429. I'm telling you, folks, the reason why I get this number so mixed up is because my dad's number was almost the same number when he was alive. Sorry about it. Well, good night from Northwest High School. Once again, everybody, thank you for being in attendance here.